Hello everybody, and welcome back. Oh, give me a second. There we go. Last we played as the Marine. No, the Hunter. We had a very good run, but we kinda 31 bullet sharks. We already know what happens there. Strafe gun and the Morning Star and platinum bullets. So we only have a few things left to purchase, really. We had our last couple of runs have been very, very good. In fact, very, very good. We've unlocked the gunslinger. We have, I'm not sure what hit me there, but I did get hit by something. Anywho, there's a ghosty goo in here. Should almost be able to take him out. There we go. So, we played as the Hunter last time. I made the very, very dumb mistake of basically throwing the robot head into a pit. Now, frankly, it wasn't intentional. However, it did happen. So, what does that mean for us now? Well, it's not too big of a deal, because really we can do it at any point in time. However, I'm upset because our last run was rather amazing with Mimic Tooth Necklace and all. We didn't end up going to the oubliette, but we successfully did a lot of other stuff. We had Mimic Tooth Necklace, we made it to the Dragon relatively easily, and all went pretty well, I would say. However, this one, I would very much like to be able to go to the oubliette, as well as maybe, just maybe, unlock the robot, so that our next run can be the robot. I didn't want to activate him yet, but it's fine. Get 20 for that, which is nice. And yeah, down to here we go. Is there anything specific we're looking for in this run? Not particularly. However, unlocking the robot would be a huge deal. Now, what do we do after we unlock the robot? Well, we do robot runs. And then after that, we'll probably do boss rush. We'll do a speed run. We'll do a rainbow run. We'll do a blessing run. You know, all the fun stuff that we haven't been able to do yet, simply because we're still working on unlocks. Now, admittedly, I could do some of that stuff now. I just feel like, okay. I just feel like we should play the game in order. Now, whether or not that's how you like it, it's really up to you. I knew there was more in this room. I knew that couldn't be it. It's a large room. At least 3 waves of enemies, if not more. Simply done. You know, it's funny because whoa. These beginning levels are starting to get almost repetitive. Just because we're playing the same 4 characters over and over and over. And I'll admit, we could play as the bullet, which we will again in the future, I assure you. We'll probably just do full rotations of what character we play as. I don't know how we'll do it yet, but I think that's what we'll do. A little disappointed there's not 2 keys in there, but I'm keeping my hopes up that there is another key among the boss. Here's the thing. I can fight the boss with just the Marine sidearm. It's in fact the only weapon I feel comfortable fighting every boss with. Why? Well, simply because of the fact that it's got the most bullets in a clip. Yeah, had to. As much as I didn't want to, it would have been close had I not. Okay, we're fine here. No way. We did get hit, which is, I mean, at this point it doesn't really matter. We're not trying to flawless the bosses anymore. Would be nice, but unnecessary, nonetheless. How I got hit, though, is honestly shocking. It does make me wish I had chosen to opt out of the Marine sidearm firefight here. Because frankly, it's rather dull. Wow. I actually got hit a lot. I'm gonna be honest with you. Depending on what this weapon is, I might just full restart this run. Okay. Not this weapon, the weapon in the chest, by the way. We do have 123. Really? The mine cutter? Why did I grab a plank? Fair question. That's why. This motherfucker. I was hoping for a key. Well, I'm not gonna restart the run as much as I want to. Just because we're already 8 minutes in and it's gonna be a long run anyway. However, we are going down to the oubliette and we already have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns? Goddamn. Yeah. It's best if I don't start this run over, I think. But if you'll give me a minute, I will be right back. Alright, I apologize for the delay there. Shouldn't have been too bad, it was less than 30 seconds. I want double guide done first. There we go. The shotgun men are... Ooh, more, huh? Well, I guess the sniper rifle. We'll probably use the little bomber. simply because of the fact that I don't want to keep using my other weapon, my marine sidearm. We actually made that for once, which is awesome. Where's this last fellow? Solid play, I'd say. We're using the little bomber. Why? Because I will never use it for literally anything else. I find the little bomber, honestly, rather useless. However, I do believe it can lead us to secret rooms. Which is fine and all, but I'll always have ammo for it. Because again, I'll never use it. So, you know, things happen. What do we have in here? Scatter shot. Less damage, more bullets. And of course, our crest. Now, I don't know if there's an accomplishment or like an unlock. Okay. For flawlessing the old king. However, it is on my list of to-dos. So, man, the blues not dying in one bullet of the bomb is rather disappointing, shall we say. Yeah. So, listen. I tried to find a way to get away from him. I really did. And, needless to say, I failed. It's fine though. It's not really that big of a deal. Didn't die, huh? Stop it. Yeah, so that was my goal the whole time, was to just get him to run through the poison. No? Shocking. Oh, it did kill him eventually. So I've been thinking about something, and I saw this post on Facebook, and it said, when I worked at a fast food restaurant, I was never allowed meals. Basically, you were never allowed to eat food, or else it would be considered stealing. And I thought that was interesting, because I've worked in fast food restaurants before. I hate this motherfucking room. Nope. Anywho, I've worked in fast food restaurants a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but a fair amount. And they said they weren't allowed to take food without purchasing it. Now, while I don't condone it, I understand it. A fair amount, anyway. Working at higher class restaurants, they said I was given 2 meals a day, depending on their shift, obviously, as well as, you know, food that they could eat for free that were often higher class meals. You know, something good. Fish and all the good stuff. And he was like, I don't understand how these restaurants that make millions a day on fast food can't afford to pay their workers, or can't afford to feed their workers, when in reality everyone knows they can, they have the money for it, they won't be missing out on much if they pay their workers a fair wage, or feed them, for God's sakes. But I don't think that's necessarily what it's about, really. It's not feeding your workers. It's more showing them that you're in charge, that they're expendable, which is not the way a company should be run. If you show workers that they're expendable, then they won't try as hard. Whereas if you show workers that, you know, you want them there, and you not necessarily need them, I mean, yeah, show them they're wanted, that they're useful. Actually, I think the blunderbuss is a good weapon here. But if you show workers that they're useful to you, and that that you trust them to do their job without making a big fuss out of it. Yeah, this fight is taking longer than I wish it would. I guess mine cutter at this point. Then people will stay. But if you make them think they're expendable and they're not worth anything, they won't stay. That's why higher class restaurants need and want to show their cooks and their servers that they're worth something, because they need people to stay. And it's much harder to get someone to learn how to make a rack of ribs than it is a burger, right? Okay, what the fuck is going on? Alright. I'm still tempted to restart this run, because Jesus Christ. Oh, we have the evolver now? Maybe never mind then. But yeah, you need to show your workers and basically everyone that they matter. Because if you don't, you're not gonna keep them for long. Nope. Nope. I still feel like it's here. The hardest thing, however, is getting it to land right there, which it didn't, which I'm kind of okay with. Then I'm going to assume it's here because it almost can't be here. I mean, it can, but it really can't, so. We do have a key, but blue chests just aren't cutting it for me, I'll be real with ya. Down to the next floor. Anywho. Don't work at fast food restaurants for more than a year and a half. If you're doing it for money, as a server, you can do it for as long as you want, really. Because, well, I say that. If it means you have to go to the table, then it's fine. But if it's a place where you take orders, I wouldn't recommend being there for more than a year and a half. It's just, it doesn't show companies much of anything. Working at a restaurant, working at a fast food restaurant. We're not dead, but I really need to just get this over with. More? Yep. Yes, I realize we're using the evolver, and frankly there are better ways. Oh my god. However, I simply want to get the evolver somewhere better than where it's at, because, you know, the evolver's kind of shit right now. But the more you use it, the more it upgrades, so there's always that to look forward to. Anyway, yeah, don't work in a restaurant for more than a year and a half. Why? It doesn't show companies much of anything. It shows them that you've worked in a fast food restaurant. Like, great, so what? You don't learn anything in a fast food restaurant, except that fast food restaurants suck. But at the same time, if you're a server, well, if you're a cook, bide your time well. And what I mean by that is, learn as much as you can while you're there for that year and a half. Now, there's not much you can learn, but there are some things. There are a few things that are fairly... Oh, okay, we're on the Gungeon proper. There are a few things you can learn, not much, but a few. Such as how to cook burgers, how to follow recipes, simple things like that. And you may not think it's super useful right now, and I'll admit to you, it's not. It's not at the start. But if you can follow a recipe, businesses, higher class restaurants will be much more interested in hiring you than if you can't follow a recipe. Hey, now we can actually get 3 of them because I don't have to keep moving to figure out how I'm gonna shoot this. Alright, so I should have shot there. Can we hit you? I don't know how. However, I do know how to hit you. Don't I? Don't I? Do I? Maybe it's more... I don't know. I don't remember, simply. Okay, so there's a bigger gap there. That was real fucking close, I'll be honest with you. It's the same thing I have to do here, really. It's time it right. There? There. But I have to know which timing. Because if I shoot it there, it'll hit. 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 So I guess the question is, shoot it from a different angle? Or maybe bounce it? I can't help but feel as though the bullet... Oh my god. That was on accident, but I think it's possible to make it work. I was wrong. However, green chest, cold 45, and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. Cold 45, easily one of my favorite guns in this game. Simply due to its power and its ability to kill almost anything. I lost my train of thought from earlier, so I might go on a different rant. We'll see. So far, the run's pretty easy. Nothing extravagant has happened. Did I miss him? Did I just miss him completely? That's ridiculous. Preposterous, I say. Easy enough. Green chest. Hell yeah, it was. And that's probably, yep. I don't really want to go down to the rat. We could go down to the rat. We have the money for it. The snail. I'll be honest with you, I forgot we were using the evolver. We should, however, keep using it. Just because it's decent, actually. So here's the thing. Oh, I've made a terrible mistake. We used both our actives. In other words, I've used both my actives on something that was rather dumb of me to. If you're wondering why I stood there so long, it's because I was making sure it wasn't a mimic. After we fight the boss, which should be fairly simple. That's a new one. Okay. It's not the most damaging in the world. However, it should eventually upgrade itself. And, you know, I say not the most damaging, but it's got pretty decent damage output. Anyway. We got fairly lucky there that she did that attack. This should kill her. I mean, we flawless, which is nice. Gave us the face melter. Being careful not to poison ourselves. I don't want the rat key, but I will open this. What did we get from our last chest? I don't remember. Which pistol? What did we get from that green chest? Right, it was an active. Oh, let's not forget. We don't have an active, so we can kind of carry this. Finally. We have a fairly decent chance of making it down to kill him, kill him. Come on. I don't know if that is a bullet shark or not, but I feel like it would be. I gotta remember, don't dodge. It locked on to a rat. I find that humiliating. Yes, I'm using a probably ineffective weapon on a fairly large target. However, it worked. And that's all that matters. We've got lots of casings, though. And lots of trash, too. He's definitely first. I forgot that this came next. The only difficult part about it is getting your enemies to stay still. Which makes me not want to use it, but at the same time I don't want it to de-evolve. We'll take out the face melter though. Oh, we don't need a dodge here? You've got nothing for me. Shrine to the Shalton Ammo Elemental. It's, I mean, it'll give us ammo for all of our guns. Don't get me wrong, it's not useless. But don't need it right now, really. No! Oh, I forgot it. Yep, I certainly did. I dodged like I knew I would, and I just yeah. So I'm gonna upload this as a separate video, but I'm gonna quick restart because all I have to do is unlock this motherfucking robot. So sorry about the short episode. I'll follow it up shortly with a longer episode, hopefully unlocking the robot. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in just a little bit.